I can win.
You're gonna die and you don't know when. You know this, and yet you're still living your entire life based on everyone else's opinion of you? Well, in case you've forgotten, they're all gonna be dead pretty soon too. And in a short 200 years, no one's gonna have any fucking idea who any of us were. So just in case you've forgotten, remember
Here's the truth.
that.
This is the reality, okay? Nobody's going to believe in you until you've already done it. Nobody's going to come and celebrate with you until you've already done it. The work is going to come before the belief, which means you're going to have to work for a long fucking time by yourself with no applause, with no awards, with nobody telling you good job.
Like, here's the thing about mindset. A mindset will not change the shitty situation you're in. A positive mindset changes you, which changes your ability to deal with the shitty situation that you're in.
What is life? Life is a journey between B and D. B birth, D death. But C is in between. And what is this C? C is a choice. Want to suffer, suffer, don't suffer. Feel hurt, don't feel hurt. You have a choice to suffer or not to suffer, get hurt, not to get hurt. You have a choice. Take your choice and live life happily.
First we shine the shoes, then we own the shoe shops. First we make the sandwiches, then we own the restaurants. First we clean the houses, then we own every house on the block. And then we believe in ourselves, we work hard.
God, please give me arms and legs. But if you don't give me arms and legs, change my heart. Renew my mind. Because I'm an ambassador of the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
I think the hardest lesson a young person has to learn in their 20s is you are not the main character in everybody's story.
Wow.
You're the main character in your own.
And that's it.
How I Learned to Control My Mind Part 2. It works.
At the turn of the century, was the richest man in the world. He owned U.S. Steel. And he hired a guy by the name of Napoleon Hill to study the rich people in the world, including Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Firestone, J.P. Morgan, all the super wealthy, and write a book about what is the secret. Well, he wrote a book in 1926 called The Law of Success in 16 Lessons. Henry Ford saw it, went crazy. Basically said, we don't want people to know the truth. They're going to pull it off the market. He edited it out, and now the watered-down version came out. And then the even more watered-down version was Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right. That was so watered down. So people bought that in the millions, and a very small percentage actually found it to cause them to be successful. There's a missing element. So what happened was a couple of years ago, I decided to teach some people that I needed people that was serious about wanting more out of their lives. People that either wanted a better relationship, wanted to find a lover, wanted to get into a husband or a wife situation or a romantic relationship, wanted a nicer car, wanted riches, wanted something in their life, but they didn't have it. So I said, okay, fine. For 2 days, I'm going to teach a seminar. First one I've ever done in my life. And I'm going to reveal secrets that I learned from the Brotherhood, from the organization I was a part of, that I was sworn to secrecy, kind of the missing secret ingredients to the law of attraction. So I held this in the Alps in Europe, figuring that it would cost a lot to get there. And I charged $10,000 per person. So a bunch of people came. And for 2 days, I taught them the secrets of how to have, be, or do whatever they wanted. And I entitled the lecture or the workshop, Your Wish is Your Command. How to manifest your desires. It's virtually, I wanted to teach people how to have their own Aladdin's lamp. They could rub it and a genie would come out that would grant any wish they wanted. That sounds too good to be true, and it's great. But I said $10,000. I said, if you're not thrilled, after 3 months, I'll give you your money back. So a bunch of people came. I said, you be the judge.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty strong offer, because if you paid 10 grand, plus an extra couple thousand to go to Europe and the Alps for 2 days, and you got 90 days to say, was that worth it? If it wasn't worth it, everyone's asking for their money back. So I taught them these secrets and I recorded it. 3 months later, I didn't get one single person ask for their money back. Every single person told me They felt like they were pre-programmed, or their brain was tuned to a different frequency, so that when they left, it was almost like magic. They were attracting into their life things, and they couldn't believe it. They felt miracles were happening, that they were lucky. One guy on the second day, he said, look, I have a Ferrari, I have a Rolls Royce, I fly around in private jets.
ትልቅ ቢሊዮነር ነው። 100,000 ሰው ቀጥሮ ያሰራል። አውሮፓ ውስጥ ትልቁ የመድኃኒት ፋብሪካ የሱ ነው። የጀርመን ቁጥር 1 ሀብታም ነው። ሰው በገንዘቡ ሰዓት ይገዛል፣ መኪና ይገዛል። እሱ ድርጅት ይሰበስባል የሚባልለት ነው። ዓለም ላይ 120 ድርጅቶች አሉ። በአንድ አጋጣሚ ከባድ ኪሳራ አጋጠመው። ይህንን ማመን አልቻለም ነበር። ምንድነው የሚውጠኝ አለና በማታ ከሚኖርበት ቪላ ወጣ። ከዛ በፍጥነት የሚያልፍ ባቡር ውስጥ ገባና ራሱን አጠፋ። አስገራሚው ነገር ከ3 ቀን በኋላ ያስፈራው ነገር በሙሉ ተስተካክሎ ነበር። ፍርሃቱን መቋቋም አቅቶት ራሱን አጠፋ። በ2008 የኢኮኖሚ ውድቀት በጀርመን ሀገር የተፈጠረ እውነተኛ ታሪክ ነው። አዶልፍ መርከል ይባላል። ብዙ ነገር ልትፈራ ትችላለህ። ተስፋ ልትቆርጥ ስትል ግን ፈጣሪን አስብ። ፈጣሪ ማለት በሱ ላይ አምፀህ በሩን የዘጋህ ቀን የምትተነፍሰውን አየር በበሩ ስር የሚያስገባልህ ነው። ለፍርሃት አሳልፎ የሚሰጥህ ይመስልሃል? እንዳይመስልህ።
Something to always remember.
Listen to me, man. You have a great life in front of you, but your great life is in front of you. It's not behind you. What you did back there was learn the lessons to get you to where you are at this particular moment right here. But quit tripping during the process. Pull yourself together and quit tripping because you in the process. God is processing you. He ain't through with you. If he was through with you, you would not wake up in the morning.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but stop giving so much of yourself so quickly. Make a motherfucker earn you.
Be careful who you share good news with. That's a good one. Because you want to share good news with people who are going to be genuinely happy for you. And that's one way that you can identify those people who are truly on your side.
Wow.
The best advice I've been given, and I wish that I knew when I was younger, is number 1, save money every week. Doesn't matter how much, just save. Number 2, choose your friends wisely, as you are the product of your environment. Number 3, learn to be alone and independent. It's a skill few master. Number 4, educate yourself. Read, read and read. Number 5, be healthy and look after your body. And number 6, don't wait for someone to love you. Learn to love yourself first. Do these and trust me, you'll be just fine.
Good morning, you motherfucker. Rise and fucking shine, because yesterday was history, tomorrow is a mystery, and you already know what today is. So get the fuck up, let's go get this bread, because it is your fucking day. Let's go.
If you've ever read a page in a book, got to the end, and just forgot what you just read, your mind wanders, get easily distracted. Here's why. When you read something, you feed this incredible supercomputer of a brain 1 word at a time. Metaphorically, you're starving your mind. And if you don't give your brain the stimulus it needs, it'll seek entertainment elsewhere in the form of distraction, in the form of mind wandering.
Don't ask for security, ask for adventure. Better to live 30 years full of adventure than 100 years safe in the corner. And see, it's not important how long you live. What's important is how you live. The poor pessimist leads an ugly life. He doesn't try to figure out what's right. He tries to figure out what's wrong. He doesn't look for virtue. He looks for faults. And when he finds them, he's delighted. This is the poor guy who looks through the window, doesn't see the sunset. He sees the specks on the window. Then I'll tell you what changed my whole life when I finally discovered it's all risky. The minute you were born, it got risky. If you think trying is risky, wait till they hand you the bill for not trying. If you think investing is risky, wait till you get the tab for not investing. See, it's all risky. Getting married is risky. Having children is risky. Going into business is risky. Investing your money is risky. It's all risky. I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to get out alive. That's risky. The Englishman says, well, if that's the way it's going to work out, let's give it a go. Right, that's what it's for. Give it a go.
So 2 years ago, I got this tattoo, and it says 60 seconds. And I'm going to tell you why I got it. It's because someone asked me a question, and I didn't like the answer. They said, Lauren, what would you do if you found out that you only had 60 seconds left to live? Would you have any regrets about your life? Would you wish that you had done anything different? And I said yes. Even though that question is scary, it's important to ask because you don't want to get to the end of your life, whenever that might be, and regret not chasing that dream of yours, regret not telling that person that you love them. You don't want to have any regrets, right? Life is short and it is fleeting. Stop wasting it pretending to be someone you're not. Stop wasting it being scared and not living your life to the fullest, because if you only had 60 seconds left, there's no going back.
The knowledge is power.
Hey man, let me ask you this.
And great knowledge in the hands of a fool would be self-destruction, and I'm not about to give all that away.
Let the sand represent your life. The sand in the bottom of the glass would represent the past. The sand in the top of the glass would represent the future. Now, there's nothing you can do about the past. That is gone. Too many people spend their time living there, wishing they had done this or wishing they had done that. It's gone. And here's the beautiful truth. Let me use the Born Rich or the Think and Grow Rich book here to show you, you don't know how much sand is in the top of the glass. Now you may think you have a lot, you only have a little. The only time you've got is right here, right now. So being worried about the past or the future is foolish. If we make up our mind, we're going to do what we feel is the best thing for us right now, we're going to have a pretty good life.
Listen, stack your money, act broke, have more than you show, and speak less than you know.
If you just understand that the language of money, for example, in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, asset versus liability. Rich Dad said, an asset is something that puts money in your pocket whether you work or not. And a liability is something that takes money out of your pocket, right? Well, so this jewelry, and in the banker's world, he or she would say, oh, well, that's an asset. Well, if I sell it, it's an asset. But as long as it's just sitting on my finger, it's just stuff, right? Or your car is an asset. Well, every month you're paying money out of your pocket for gas and insurance and maybe a car loan, so it's a liability. So one of the keys is not calling liabilities assets. It gets people very, very confused. An asset is something that will make you money every single month, whether you work or not.
And money buy you happiness.
There was a quote I read years ago when I was in college. Money is like the sixth sense. It allows you to enjoy your other five.
Well, I literally just got goosebumps.
When you understand the power of a 5-second decision, and you understand that you always have a choice to go from autopilot to decision maker, everything in your life will change. You will be a different negotiator. You will be different in sales. You will be unstoppable in the gym because you will realize the amount of garbage that you put in the way of your hopes, of your dreams, of your potential, of your confidence, of your courage. Everything comes down to the decisions that you make.
Don't listen to people that are going to tell you that you can't do it. Don't listen to haters. Don't listen to naysayers. Don't listen to people that give you advice that tell you to slow down or you shouldn't do it or you can't do it or the time's not right or any of those other things. Those are dream stealers. They were sent to you to see if you'll overcome them. They were sent to you to test your resiliency. And if you can overcome that, if you just discard all of that stuff and you get clear on those other things, you've got a really good chance of doing something great with your life. And just remember what you were put here to do. You're not a mistake. You're not here by an accident. You were born to do something great with your life. You were born to make a difference with your life. This is a fact.
In the school system, they don't want us to learn about money because they just want to pump out good employees that do what they're told. I mean, if you look at school, it's opposite of what it takes to be successful in real life. Don't make a mistake. Do as you're told. Take tests by yourself. Don't cooperate. Do it by yourself. Do it on your own. And the last thing was, oh, there's only one right answer. No, there's tons of answers to a problem. So you come out of school scared to death of making a mistake. You do everything on your own. You don't cooperate. There's no synergy. There's no brainstorming. And there's only one right answer. Everybody wants to get the right answer. There's no one right answer. So I think people come out of school paralyzed. I think the school system is criminal in that it kills a child's spirit of learning. You know, a child goes into school all excited about, yeah, I'm gonna learn and it's gonna be great. And then the teacher says, sit down and shut up. Don't talk. We don't care what you're interested in.
It does not matter who you are today. The only thing that matters is who you want to become and the price you're willing to pay to get there.
Everybody's got a dream. Everybody's got a goal. What's the plan? And when you're trying to do something that you're truly passionate about, there is no plan B. Think about that for a second. Michael Jordan won 6 NBA championships with the Chicago Bulls because he was committed to plan A, not plan B. Oprah Winfrey became the queen of all media because she was committed to plan A, not plan B. Plan B sucks.
Okay. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today.
Yes.
Because you need to have a hierarchy of improvement. You need to be aiming for something, and that means you're going to be lesser than people who've already attained along that dimension.
Yes.
And that can give rise to envy. So the question is, who should you defeat in the final analysis? And the answer is, you should defeat your former self. You should be constantly trying to do that. And you're the right control for yourself too, because you're the one who's had all your advantages and disadvantages. And so if you want to compete fairly with someone, then you should be competing with you.
It's time to stay focused. It's time to decide, fuck clubs, fuck partying, fuck trying to fit in and socialize, rub elbows with everybody so people can stop calling you weird. Let me tell you something, homie. These women ain't going nowhere. These clubs, these parties, all this shit ain't going nowhere. You still got work to do. Stay on that basketball court. Stay on that football field. Fuck all the homies texting and calling and trying to make you feel bad about being so focused.
There's 2 things people can invest in. One is capital gains and one is cash flow. So capital gains is you buy a stock for $20, it goes to $30, you sell it, your profit is called capital gains. Okay? You buy a house for $100,000, you put $20,000, fix it all up, you sell it for $150,000, your profit is called capital gains. So any time to realize capital gains, you must sell something. Okay? You must sell. So most people, they're looking for a market that's going to go up. Okay? They always want the market to go up because if I buy here, I want the price to go up and then I sell and then I get a profit, and that's called capital gains. Cash flow, on the other hand, which is my favorite 2 words, cash flow is, let's say I buy a stock that pays a dividend every quarter. So that dividend, I buy the stock, that money stays there, and I get a dividend.
Let me give you 3 ways to find out how to change anything. Number 1 is to read. Become a good reader. One way to learn is from your own experiences, but another way to learn is from other people's experiences. See, one book might save you 5 years if you read it. Did you know there's books on how to be stronger, more decisive, be a speaker, be a leader, have a better effect on other people, develop your personality? Did you know there's books on that? And people don't read them? How would you explain that? And they can read. Did you know that hundreds of successful people have written their stories in books and they wrote down how they did it and people don't read it? How would you explain that? It's all risky. The minute you were born, it got risky. If you think trying is risky, wait till they hand you the bill for not trying. If you think investing is risky, wait till you get the tab for not investing. See, it's all risky. Getting married is risky. Having children is risky. Going into business is risky. Investing your money is risky. It's all risky. I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to get out alive.
I don't care who's doing better than me, because I'm doing better than I was last year. It's me against me. Okay?
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation, nor from the weakness that will cause us to stumble and fall. When you laugh at somebody else's fall, white or black, rich or poor, your enemy or your friend, you are laughing and opening a way for your own demise when you do that. Because to laugh and not learn, to make mockery and not to understand, is to make the same mistake yourself. Did you hear me?